Hello everyone, this is Antonio from RandomStuff channel, and I'm back again with another video on my OnePlus 3T. This is a great device which I purchased a week or so ago, and I just wanted to give my opinion on my feelings towards this phone, and hopefully it will be of help to anyone who is considering buying the OnePlus 3T, or somebody who's thinking about waiting for the OnePlus 5, which is the new one that has been leaked on YouTube by quite a few different sources, and looks to be like a very nice device indeed, with all the latest, most powerful hardware, software, etc, etc. Okay, so first thing is, when I bought this device, I did lots of research on YouTube, as you usually do, and I found lots of videos which were quite informative on why you should go for the 3T. Compared it to the LG V20, which is the natural progression for me, as I've been using the LG V10 for quite a while, and I loved it. Now the V10 is still a great phone, but the fact that I wasn't able to root it and had to keep it on version 6.0 has been very annoying, and I was not willing to go back to 5.11 in order to get root. The device itself was quite a good one, lots of features. I was able to swap batteries like there was no issues in having long days of recording. I went to the US, did lots of videos, and I never run out of battery for taking a shot or a film. Now, the research took me about a week or so to watch lots of different videos, and finally I decided to go for the 3T because of the superior battery. That's what it boiled down to. Now, I know that with the LG you can swap the batteries, which is great, but I like to have a battery that basically will last me for at least 4 to 5, possibly more, of screen on time, and I get this with the 3T. Now, the moment I opened the 3T, it felt like a really nice premium device, very thin, cold metal body, beautiful screen display, the light, the brightness of the screen. As you can see, I keep it very low, but it's always very bright compared to my LG that I've used in the past. The device itself, when I bought it online, I wasn't sure whether the dash charger and cable came with it. It wasn't very clear, so I ended up buying an extra dash charger and cable for £30, which I really didn't need. This, however, gave me the opportunity to deal with OnePlus customer service, and I have to commend them. They're very, very good, courteous, helpful. They were able to give me a quick RMA, instructions on how to print a label to send the charger and cable in the original packaging for a refund. I would pay the postage charges, which were quite reasonable at $2.99, so I was happy with that, and very positive experience, I have to say. The device has not let me down. There's only one thing that I can seriously say that I have found as being an issue for me personally. I don't think it will bother anybody else out there. By the way, I'm changing the backgrounds images with one of my favorite wallpaper apps, which I'll just show you quickly. It's the 500 Firepaper, which is great. Right, so the specs and the feel of the device, behavior of the device, perfect. Absolutely delighted. Good camera, good battery, good RAM management, multitasking not a problem. The screen display being 1080, I thought that might be an issue, but actually, surprisingly, it wasn't. I can't say that I noticed the difference in any of the videos that I have watched or Netflix that I've watched on this device. It's always worked pretty well with all my TV apps and bits and pieces that I use, YouTube, no problem whatsoever. I would like to have a 1440 display, just for the simple fact that I know it's a better resolution and it is HD. I have no limits on my data, so there's no reason why I shouldn't have that. However, I'm willing to compromise that for a better battery performance, and this is what I definitely get with this device. Now, as you can probably gather by my reaction of this video, I am returning the device to OnePlus for the simple reason that even though I'm happy with the device, I'm going to take advantage of OnePlus's return policy to return it, because I'm not willing to wait. I'm not willing to miss out on the OnePlus 5. I've seen leakages and videos that you've all probably seen online, and I'm not going to stick to the 3T. I'm going to actually wait 2 months or 3 months, whatever it is, and get the OnePlus 5. That's my choice. You know, obviously, this video is intended to just to give an opinion of a user as myself. This is what I'm going to be doing. I've used the 3T, I'm happy with it, but I'd rather have the 5 when it comes out, as it's probably going to be water resistant. It'll probably have an even better screen. It'll probably be 1440. It's going to have 8 GB of RAM, and so forth. It's going to have basically everything that you can possibly think of. Naturally, you're always going to be a step away from being behind and the next flagship, which is probably, they're probably going to come out with a 5T or something like that after a few months. But I think it would justify me moving to the 5 and not the 3T on this particular stage of my next phone. So even though I consider the LG G6 and the V20 great phones, the OnePlus 3T was the one that I decided to go for. Had I not have seen the OnePlus 5 in the pipeline, I probably would have kept this one, because the device is perfect and it has almost no issues whatsoever. In fact, there is only one issue that I will mention, and that is with Llama. Now, Llama is an events and a profile program manager switch that basically allows me to have certain conditions. For example, if you look at my events, you can pause this and have a look at it. When at home, it has to do certain things. When at work, it has to do another thing. It doesn't use any battery at all, hardly any difference in using it and not using it, and I've tested it myself. I've never seen any impact of Llama on the battery life. The problem I'm having is that the program actually works fine, so I have to make that absolutely clear. Llama still works perfectly. The only thing is that, for example, as you can see, because I've just started the phone, a while back, I had it in loud. So the phone was in loud, and as you can see, the color coordinated color for purple at the very, very top there, on the left top, you can see it's purple. However, it should be cyan or light blue, whatever you want to call that. That's the one that's actually been activated, and that's the correct one. So the behavior of Llama is perfect. If I go to work, I will have the work conditions, as you can see here. The volume will be a 2, the ringer will be a certain ringer that I've specified, the notification sound will be a specific notification sound, but the color of Llama profile at the top is wrong, so I can't tell visually just by looking at the color which profiles I'm using. It's quite handy, because sometimes you could be in an area that you've programmed. For example, I've programmed certain areas, and then the profile will change color, indicating that it's no longer in the work profile, meaning that I've obviously hooked up onto a new cell tower which is not registered, and I need to add it into the actual area. There's videos on YouTube for Llama if anybody's interested in using it. It's a deprecated old software now. However, it still works fine. I did a video on it a while back as well, so you can check mine as well if you wish, where I go into a little bit more detail on it and some cool features that it has. But that's the only thing that basically didn't work perfectly, as opposed to other devices that I've owned and used for Android. Now I'll be using my work iPhone 7 until I decide on the new device that I will buy, but still Android is my favorite OS without a shadow of a doubt. So I hope this video will help anyone out there, who's going to wait for the 5 like myself, or someone who's out there who's thinking, well, who cares, I'm just going to get the 3T and then I'll skip the 5 and I'll go for the 5T when that comes out, if there is going to be that kind of naming convention, because obviously we don't know. In theory it should be called OnePlus 4, but for some reason, as they say on various videos and forums, apparently it's unlucky, so they're not going to call it 4. And so yeah, that's it. The device is great. I'm taking advantage of the fantastic customer service from OnePlus, in being so confident in their device that they will give you a refund if you're not happy with the device. Just return it in the perfect condition, and they will send you all the label to have the shipping address on, and give you the information for UPS to come and collect it, or to drop it off at the authorized drop-off zone, etc. So I'm really pleased with this company, and I can't wait to buy the next phone, my next phone from them. Unless I see something else which comes out which will tempt me. I mean, I have to say that the OS that this was 6 when it came out of the box, and I quickly upgraded it to 7. 7.1 I believe is imminent now. They already started to roll it out officially, but this Oxygen, what version is this? Let's have a look. About phone. Oxygen OS version 4.03 is, as you can see, I got the 128GB. It's fantastic. It really is smooth. The customization levels that you can do with this is unbelievable. There's almost no need to root the device, because you can do all the things that before you would root to do, if that makes sense. Although I still probably would root it if I were to keep it, and then I would probably use the exposed framework modules, whatever, to do root cloak and all that kind of stuff. But everything on the device is quick, fast. Screen on time 5 hours plus every time I had it. Can't complain. The only reason is just the fact that I don't want to keep the 3T, knowing that the 5 is just round the corner. That is simply the bottom line. So I hope anybody who's out there finds this useful information for them. If you have any suggestions of any other devices that perhaps we should all consider, just drop it down in the comments for us to look at, and we will certainly do that. Thanks for watching, everyone. Until the next one, take care. Cheers. Bye.